are a couple of my personal red flags that I have noticed in my life, and I'm 33, that I would say get to know them a little bit more or do your research on them before getting real serious with them based off their physical aesthetic, okay? Walk with me here. The first kind of guy that I would say is extremely dangerous is a guy that wears fake jewelry but pretends like it's real. And I'll give you an example. By the way, nothing's wrong with fake jewelry. These earrings I have in my ear are fake. I wear fake jewelry all the time. Nothing is wrong with fake jewelry. I'm talking about the ones that I'm gonna tell you. Just hold on. One time I was in the beauty supply store and there was a guy in there that was asking the clerk, was getting into it with the clerk at the beauty supply store over a chain. And he said to the guy, I will never forget it. I ain't gonna say where I was, but I will never forget overhearing this conversation. He was like, bruh, let me try on a chain. You ain't gonna, it was like a big diamond, like a big fake diamond chain with like, I don't know if it had a dollar sign or something on it, but he was like, let me try on a chain. Let me try on a chain. You act like I'm about to run out of here with it. Just let me put it on. Let me try it on. I immediately got out of that beauty supply store. Not gonna lie, I was terrified. Quite frankly, I was scared for my life. I knew immediately that man was dangerous. I knew that man was dangerous, and I knew I needed to get out of there because he was arguing with the clerk over trying on a fake chain, and I knew I needed to get out. The guy you might want to just kind of do a little bit of research on is the guy that...
Before she get into the rest of them, because I think that is absolutely diabolical and hilarious. I'm not sure if this guy is dangerous, but to be that much of a pathological liar, I can't fault her for it. I can't sit here and say that the first thing, because I don't know what she's going to say in the rest of the video, but I will tell you that a person that insists on trying to convince you that something is real and it's not, and they know for a fact that it's not, and they are trying to pass themselves off as more than what they are for the sake of trying to impress you, that is one of the biggest red flags as far as aesthetically, right? Obviously, we know that there are other things that people can do. They can hit on people. They can be a rapist. They could be messing with little kids. But aesthetically is the conversation that we're having. I don't know where she's going to go with this. But I absolutely agree with you that is pretty crazy. That's pretty insane. Let me see the rest of what she's going to say.
I just saw a post about this the other day on Facebook. I thought it was funny, but I actually thought it was true because I've come across a few. A guy that has maybe one or two outfits. Just like the post said, he has one or two outfits to his name. And mind you, these one or two outfits could be very nice. And his Facebook probably shows that he looks like he got money. He got some pictures with some money. But when you're dealing with dudes like that, like the post said, if they only have an outfit or two, how was you going to expect them to change? How did you think they was going to change? Did you think they was going to change for you when they don't? Tell you now, that kind of dude is looking for somewhere to stay.
That could be fair. If you're posing with it online and selling yourself on the idea that you are balling, because it seems like it's a theme here, whereas guys are basically pretending to be more than what they really are. If you know what I'm saying, selling them and you throwing the money up and you only got two hookups. But here's the caveat. If the hookups are incredibly expensive, then that would be a red flag because that shows me that you don't know where your priorities are. You ain't even got to be spending a lot of money on most stuff. Most of the time, when I'm jumping on camera and stuff like this, I might have a watch on, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, or my glasses, I like to spend a lot of money on my glasses. But for the most part, I wear a $30, $35 t-shirt with no logos on it. You don't even know what this brand is. Probably wouldn't know what it was if I mentioned it anyway, like it matters. I like it because I like the fit. And then I got on some, $50, $60 Levi's, $65 Levi's. If you get more than one pair, you get a discount. You know what I'm saying? And I like some really, really nice socks. But, it doesn't Yeah, and that's not to say that you don't use or wear things that have branding on it, because I do. If it's dope, it's dope. If I like it, I just like it. That's why I buy it. But you don't do stuff for the gram. You don't have to do stuff, and that don't even just mean with your clothes. It could be your cars, it could be anything. If you're doing it because you're a creator and you're getting paid to do it, that's one thing. If you're doing it to impress people for the sake of getting likes and views, or to try to sell people on an idea that's not true, that is a red flag. But if you just got a couple outfits because you got two or three pair of pants and 10 shirts, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping off that. But as long as your priorities right and your money is right, that's all that really matters.
He's looking for
And
somewhere
your
to stay.
mindset.
Next guy is the guy that overly uses words like king and queen,
Oh yeah, that's true.
goddess,
She's on it.
ancient Egypt, the pyramids.
Yeah.
Um,
Hebrew Israelites, blackity blacks, pro blacks, Grand
that
Rising.
kind of guy scares me a lot.
Facts.
I don't trust that kind of guy at all. He also was looking for somewhere to stay. And possibly he lives downtown. He possibly already lives downtown in the alley. You might not know by looking at him, but that's possibly where he lives at. So I would just do my research. He has a social media. He could have all of that stuff and seem pretty normal, but I would just do a little bit more research before you fall for that dude that's overly using those words of king and queen and goddess, and just be a little bit more mindful. The last one, and I might make a part 2 to this, that I would say is a red flag that you might want to do a little bit more research on before getting too serious with this kind of guy, is the guy that overly posts selfies of himself. He posts selfies of himself a lot. His profile picture, like, he got his selfie, which I ain't saying nothing's wrong with that, but his header, like his background, is his selfie too. And then his selfie on his cell phone. It's a picture of himself. It's his face. That's a picture of himself. He got a whole bunch of pictures of himself everywhere. There's something about that kind of dude that I have seen in my life that it's a couple of different things. Some of them dudes be some predators. The hobosexual type of dude. These are the kind of dudes that stay on Plenty of Fish and Tinder and all of them kind of dudes.
People that be on apps, dating apps specifically, are weird to me. I've never understood it, and it don't have nothing to do with the fact that I'm not in the market. I just don't understand why people don't go outside to go and interact with people in real life.
The back page, just do your research, because if you go to his social media page and all you see is the same, and then it'd be the same picture. So let's say it's just this dude with a bald head or whatever. Every picture that you see, it's that same exact picture on his profile, on his background. Yeah, they uses AI, right? But uses AI.
If y'all using AI on y'all profile pictures, y'all pretty messed up, bro.
That's what he really looks like. So he's using AI to actually, he makes the AI all of his pictures, just like the last dude I was just talking about, but it'll be like a real, like, attractive man, right? So it'll be kind of what he looks like, but like super attractive. And he's actually going around, like, he's promoting it like that's what he really looks like in real life. And he's putting...
Y'all do know that people need to meet y'all in real life. I actually suggest that people downplay themselves, whether it be the job that they have or what they look like. If you downplay yourself, but then you get what it is that you want, but then you under promise and over deliver, and that's even in business. I think that is always that's 90% of the play.
It all over his stuff, like that's what he really looks like in real life. Like, this is me, like, just left the gym, and it's a picture of an AI dude with his face on it that doesn't look anything like him. But he's pretending to people that that's what he really looks like. He's dangerous.
Let me know what y'all think about our list. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off life. I don't really have any problem with anything that she says, but y'all let me know what y'all think.